Hi everyone, today we're going to have a focus on the central nervous system. As shown here, the central nervous system consists of the brain and spinal cord. Now humans actually have a very large brain for our body size, and it's quite a complex organ. It contains over 100 billion neurons and it controls and regulates every single body function that we have. As you can see in this diagram here, the brain is divided into several areas that have particular functions. There are particular areas we're going to focus on. So our areas that we're focusing on is the cerebrum, the brainstem, the cerebellum and the medulla. If we start by looking at the cerebrum, more than 80% of your cognitive ability comes from here, and it contains over 10 billion neurons. What you can see here is it's the outermost part and it's got all of these folds, and these folds here increase the surface area by at least 3 times. The cerebrum controls your conscious thoughts and your voluntary movements, and it also receives sensory messages from all body parts. The cerebrum is made up of 2 parts, the left and the right hemisphere. The left hemisphere is in control of the right hand side of the body, and the right hemisphere controls your left side of the body. Each half of the brain works independently. However, the left side has more control over your language and your logical and mathematical thinking, and the right hand side has more control over your creativity. If we have a look now back at the brain, we want to focus on the cerebellum. Now the cerebellum here is found at the base of your skull, where you can feel your skull curve inwards, and it's responsible for your coordination and, most importantly, your balance. Without this, walking would be impossible. The next thing we're going to look at is the brainstem. Now the brainstem sits mostly inside the brain, but the base of it is the spinal cord. The brainstem is divided into 3 parts: the medulla, which is around here, the pons and the midbrain. The medulla is really important because this controls our vital functions. This controls our breathing, our blood pressure and our heart rate, and therefore damage to this area here can be fatal.